From Capitol Hill in Washington, President Trump has initiated direct negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. Where do these negotiations stand today, and what is the current status of the peace deal the White House has proposed to both parties? We spoke with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to find out.
Recent reporting suggests that we aren't as close as we wanted to be in terms of negotiating a peaceful outcome to the conflict. So I know the administration's working really hard. I commend them, but it looks like we're going to have to tighten the screws on Vladimir Putin. He's once again intimating that he wants peace after starting this war, but not really taking these discussions seriously. So I think we're going to have to continue to resource the Ukrainians and realize peace through strength. That's the only way we'll actually get a peaceful and honorable outcome to this conflict.
Vladimir Putin brutally invaded Ukraine a few years ago. We've been working desperately to try to make an agreement with him. This administration, I'm afraid, has not been able to make the progress that they thought they have, and it appears to be that they're conceding to Russia's desires over what's right for Ukraine and, of course, the rest of Eastern Europe and Europe generally. We see Vladimir Putin even say the other day that he is ready to take on all of Europe if he has to. So I would challenge this administration, the Trump administration, and all of the State Department, Secretary Rubio, to think about what is best for democracy around the world, what keeps America safe, what keeps Europe safe, keeps America safe, to think about our alliances that we've had since World War II and how important they are, and to return that focus to the democratic world order that we need to.
This war needs to end, and I don't really understand some of the perspective that the Trump administration has maintained through this. For me, Ukraine deserves to live in peace, and I do hope that we're finally able to negotiate and end this war. And so for me, yeah, I mean, it's coming up on 4 years. This needs to end. There seems to be some kind of a black box that no one really understands what the X factor that makes this continue for this point. This really needs to end. And that's, I can't really fully understand some of the perspective here.
The entire Republican Party, the GOP, it now stands for gullible on Putin. That's who they are. Putin has to be dealt with strength if there is going to be protections which are given to the Ukrainian people. And increasingly it appears that Trump is committed to sacrificing Ukraine and the Ukrainian people to the whims and overall strategic goals of Vladimir Putin on behalf of Russia. So right now it's a disgrace what Trump is doing. And it is absolutely imperative that Republicans show some backbone here in the House and Senate to make sure that we get the resources to the Ukrainian people to allow themselves to be protected and to have a fair negotiation with the Russians in order to ultimately end this war. Obviously, a fair resolution of the issue cannot occur if the United States undermines the overall security position of the Ukrainian people. We have to be strong. We have to put them in the best position possible to have the best possible negotiated outcome be produced.
President Trump needs to stand up to the Russians as opposed to just placating to President Putin. There's strong bipartisan support. Democrats and Republicans serving in the U.S. House of Representatives and in the United States Senate, namely those that have responsibilities on the committees that are most knowledgeable, that receive the most secure briefings in this space, that this needs to end, that the United States should be working with Ukraine as well to make sure that this ends in a peaceful manner. So I'm not certain under the current posture of Secretary Hegseth or President Trump, due to their placation to President Putin, that they're going to do anything to resolve this.
Perhaps Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff will succeed where others have failed. For now, the road remains long and challenging. But people hope this war that has gone on for far too long will come to an end. In Washington, I'm Alicia Powell with TvAbraham.